Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here on this absolutely stunning day. Let's go ahead and listen to some good music. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to listen and watch this performance of Dido's Lament. This is, hold on, I got to pull up all the information here. This is originally by Henry Purcell. This is the closing aria from the opera Dido and Aeneas. I believe that's how you pronounce that. I'm trying to find the year here that it was at least composed. I'm trying to find it, and I cannot find it at all. Hold on, give me 1 second. Opera composed 1695, and its premiere was 1689. That's when it was. That's when it premiered. I'm sorry. Ignore the 1695 date. 1689. Okay, so yeah, this particular performance was recommended by Jay Bird. So Jay Bird, thank you for the suggestion and the recommendation. However, a few others had also mentioned this. Hipsy Ziggy, Martin Wood, Ball Jean, hold on, P. Stephen, or Stefan perhaps, Emma G. House, or maybe it's Emma Goes, and then Rick Benbow. So thank you guys so much for the recommendation. We're going to watch the performance off of the Voices of Music YouTube channel. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Let's go ahead and get into the music here. Thank you as always once again for being here. Hope you enjoy the music. Let's give it a listen and a watch. Here we go, guys.
Let me rest, more I would.
I mean, just absolutely incredible. Just, I want everyone to get their proper credits up here. Just absolutely incredible. Yeah. What am I going to say? What do I know? Okay. All right. I really don't know the specifics, the techniques. You don't come here for that because I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't tell you exactly what they did, how they did this, what instrument exactly this is. I don't know. What I can tell you is that it is an extremely stunning, exceptionally moving piece of music that I feel the better for having heard. Where do you even begin? Obviously, this being a lament, there's some sadness, some deep sadness brewing here and emoted here. More than likely death, as we saw with the words, as she's saying, remember me, but basically forget my fate. So I'm going to look into the actual meaning of the words here. We're going to dive into that. But just off the cuff, there's a deep sadness dwelling in her, in the character. And then, of course, that's being expressed to us. But this is like that final expression. This isn't just, sharing a little bit of chisme. This is an outpouring of her heart and of her feelings. Her soul searching is now been found, and now it's out here in the open for us to listen to in her lamentations. The lead singing is deeply, deeply, deeply moving. The powerful note that I don't even know how to describe it, just that she crescendos into at the very end is so clear. It's incredibly engaging. It sends shivers down your spine. And I love how it's a different sort of power. It's a power that's accented by grace. It's not just her like pushing out this high diva-esque note. No, 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 no. Leave that for the stage. This is something that much more powerful, inspirational, motivational. It comes with years and years of talent and training. And I just found that very, very inspirational. This is not to at all discount everyone else. The gentleman playing, I don't know exactly, but like the lute, basically, like lute-like instrument. Sensationally sensitive in his way of playing. The violinist, the person that was back, I don't know exactly what it was. Maybe it was a Celeste, I don't think so. Something like that. Like everyone's just playing their part beautifully and creating this aria of sadness, this aria of lamentations and mourning, or mourning to be. And I think that they did a swell job in doing that. Let's go ahead and look at the actual Wikipedia page. Let me bring you guys back up here real quick for this. So, Dido's Lament, When I Am Laid in Earth, which is a great title, by the way, is the closing aria from this opera. It is included in many classical textbooks to illustrate the descending chromatic fourth in the ground bass. Okay, so those are the things I don't know anything about. And if I'm being honest, I don't really care too much because I'm not into the actual, I don't know anything about scales and circles of fifths and all that stuff. I want to know, how did they write this? What's the story behind it? How did they compose it? Like, what inspired them? So the text in Purcell's opera is based off the Aeneid, the Roman legend of the Trojan warrior Aeneas, traveling from Italy from the fallen Troy in order to settle there and secure his son Ascanius' lineage. Their ship is blown off course from Sicily and they land on the shore of North Africa in Carthage, a town newly settled by refugees from Tyre. Aeneas falls in love with their queen, Dido, but dutifully departs for Italy, leaving her. Distraught at his betrayal, she orders a pyre to be built, this is what we need to pay attention to, and set ablaze so that Aeneas will see from his ship that she has killed herself. She sings in lament before stabbing herself as Aeneas sails on. So that is where that deep sadness from. We always know, or let me speak for myself. I always know that there's a story, of course, in an opera, obviously. So that's why I wanted to dive into this afterwards. I like to kind of come up with my own ideas and then see the facts, So this is incredibly sad. She feels betrayed that he's leaving her, and now she is setting herself ablaze, self-immolation in mourning so that he'll see that funeral pyre being lit and basically see what he's left behind. See the ashes of what he's left behind. So now when we look at the lyrics here, thy hand, Belinda, darkness shades me. On thy bosom let me rest. More I would, but death invades me. Death is now a welcome guest. That is such a strong line. First of all, on thy bosom rest. So Belinda, I don't know which character this is, but obviously someone she feels comfortable with. And as she says, thy hand, on thy bosom let me rest. Let me rest upon you, Belinda. But she's finding herself in deep despair. First she says, death invades me, almost like an enemy. The death is an invasion upon her. But then right in the next line, she says, death is now a welcome guest. So this immediate change in how she's viewing death. And then the aria itself, when I am laid in earth, may my wrongs create no trouble in thy breast. Like, hopefully it doesn't leave any trouble for the rest of you. Remember me, ah, forget my fate. Remember me, forget my fate. So remember me, remember who I am, of course, keep me in memory, but at the same time, forget my fate. Perhaps she feels that her fate was to be in love, of course, but that fate is gone. So now she says, perhaps forget it. Or, I'm also, because I'm looking at it right here, it also says at the top here, she prepares for her fate, death. In one interpretation, Dido's relationship with Aeneas is portrayed in this moment as an apocalyptic romance. Well, yeah, because it's all going up in flames. It's all going up in smoke at this particular point. Anyways, really, really fantastic performance. Wonderful piece of music. Let me know what you guys thought of it, of course, in the comments down below. You can follow me in what I do here on YouTube. You can follow me in a bunch of other places. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed the music. Come back tomorrow, and I will see you all then, guys. Bye.